It is currently snowing, 16 degrees, and we have 27-mile-per-hour winds going on. We're in a wind advisory. It is insane outside right now. Not only that, but it rained all day yesterday, and with the temperature dropping below freezing last night, the roads are going to be completely frozen, and it being 4 a.m., meaning that the ice trucks obviously haven't come through yet. So obviously we're going to be running on the treadmill this morning, but I also have to be at work in, an hour. So I got to be careful driving to work. It's going to be a rough morning. Holy crap. I'm not sure how well you're going to be able to see it, but it is insanely windy out right now, and the roads are trashed. Thank God for four-wheel drive, because this would be a rough drive in. Like, what in the world is this? Thank God for four-wheel drive. Otherwise, there was no chance I was gonna get here in one piece. I'm still getting freaking blown around just trying to walk into work. Oh, come on. We have an absolutely incredible parks department, which is amazing because when it snows like this, they always come with like this little like bulldozer thing that clears the parking lot of all the snow. And I could almost guarantee you that within the hour they'll be here clearing out the parking lot. The only thing is, because they haven't hit this building yet, they're probably over at the other building first. I gotta, yours truly, suit back up, grab the salt, and go salt the sidewalks and everything for everybody coming in. Technically, I probably don't have to, but just one of the things as the person opening, it's probably the best thing for me to do it just to make sure that nobody's getting hurt on the way in. So this is gonna be fun. Morning. After I got out of work this morning, I had to go get re-CPR certified, which just meant I had to leave the house again and drive out in the weather, and I was not really loving it too much. I slid again leaving our neighborhood, which is crazy because you'd think that the roads would be fine by now. They're not. They're still pretty nasty, which all that really means is tomorrow I have a double threshold planned. Both sessions are going to be on the treadmill. I mean, the wind's not dying down anytime soon, and the roads are still probably going to be terrible, so is what it is. But I'm heading to bed. I need a good night of sleep. Hopefully the workout goes well tomorrow, because wow, it's been a day, that is for certain. All right, like I said yesterday, a big day this morning. We got double threshold, starting off with a relatively easy session this morning. Just 3 by 2 miles at 6-minute pace, 1% incline on the treadmill. We have 2 minutes of rest, which is actually quite a bit. Again, the big thing about double threshold days is we're looking to get the maximum amount of threshold work in without overworking. So the morning session is a little bit easier, primarily just to allow me to go into the afternoon session without feeling like I'm cooked or overworked, so that way I can get through that second session and continue to get just some more
threshold work in. And especially with the second session, I think we're doing like 800 meters relatively quick, somewhere around that 5:45 pace, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to double check later on, but obviously my primary concern is this first session, knocking out just 6 miles of threshold work. I also have to go to work this morning, so I actually can't really waste too much time getting ready for this. I gotta be efficient, get into it, just knock it out really quick so that I'm not late going to work. That's always the difficult part about double threshold is, I got up at 4 this morning. I probably should have gotten up at 3:30 just to make sure I had enough time to get through this entire session. And then, when we get home after work around 1:30, we'll be warming up and getting ready for that second session. So, but again, big thing this morning is obviously just to focus up, knock out the easy 6 miles of threshold, try not to overwork too much so that, for the afternoon session, we're ready to go. Alrighty, well, all things considered, first workout was a little bit difficult. I won't lie, the heart rate was getting up there like 175, 176 for the peak, which all things considered is fine. I normally start to worry when I get close to like 178, 180. So we're fine, it's all good. A big part of why it was so high is just the incline. Still getting used to that. And obviously 6-minute pace with no incline, my heart rate probably would have been sitting around like 170 realistically. So I'm not too worried about it. I feel like because we only did 6 miles, this was, in that gray area, right? Like we talk about this all the time with double threshold is you're really trying to find that gray area of not going over the threshold limit to where I can't do a second workout, but you don't want to go too late because obviously then you're not getting in the point of a double threshold workout. So again, like I said, this first session was supposed to be easier. I felt like maybe it was a tad bit more difficult than I would have liked it to be. But at the same time, we're still experimenting with incline. So I'm gonna, attribute the high intensity, or at least higher than I would like, just to that. And I still think all things considered, it was a solid effort this morning and I should be fine for this afternoon. This afternoon's gonna be a bit harder than the morning session, obviously. So it'll be interesting to see how I feel, especially since I haven't done a double threshold in almost 2 weeks now, I think. But honestly, I think I'll be fine. Gonna go to work, just try to relax, eat properly, make sure I'm well nutritioned, if you will. That's one of the big things when I feel like I struggle with is eating enough, but not overeating. It's such a weird, it's such a fine line. Again, same thing with double threshold. The nutrition for double threshold is so specific, especially just because I have a sensitive stomach. But anyways, I'm yapping. I got to get ready to leave for work in literally an hour. So I'm going to shut up and get a move on.
Well, I'm not sure how well you're gonna be able to tell, but it is snowing right now. I just got home from work. I mean, you can't make this up, man. I'm gonna do my warm up out here and then I'll go downstairs to do dynamics, but I just didn't want to do all my sessions on the treadmill, like warm up, cool down in the workout itself. So yeah, a little cold out, a little chilly, but I mean, dude, where was this on Christmas, man? It's so upsetting. That was not very fun. I'm feeling a little icy.
Alrighty, all things considered, my legs don't feel that bad, which is really good, obviously, going into the second session. But I feel like bloated, which is like the worst feeling of going into a workout, especially 800s. Like, this is not going to be fun. I'm really hoping I can clear out my stomach before this workout starts, but at the moment, seeming a little unlikely. Granted, never say never. Hopefully, I'll do some more dynamics in a second here and maybe do a couple strides, and hopefully that'll help, just keep things moving along in there. I don't know what's blocking it, but something's not right. Let's just put it that way. Anyways, that's a little TMI, but it is what it is. Second session, like I said, is 800s. Originally, these were supposed to be like 12 to 14 reps around, I think it's like 127, nope, sorry, 255 down to 250-ish, around there. It's like 550 pace down to 545 pace, something like that. And this is gonna be with originally 1 minute of rest, but because I was feeling a little bit worse than I was expecting on the workout this morning, my coach wants me to take 2 minutes of rest. So I'll take 2 minutes of rest for the first 5, a minute 30 for the next 5, and then 1 minute of rest for anything after 10 reps. So I'm not too sure how this is gonna go. Again, my stomach is not feeling the greatest, which is like not really an ideal sign, but my legs feel fine. So I'm kind of just hoping I can kind of just lock in and black out almost and just try to get through this workout. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not entirely sure what just happened, but that was 15 reps of 800s. Now, like I said beforehand, the goal was to do between 12 and 14. I blacked out on the 14th rep and thought I had one more rep. I don't even know what happened. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. And all of a sudden, I looked down at my watch after I finished the 15th rep, and my watch is paused. I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I set the workout up to where I would have a minute rest after my last rep. So I was like trying to figure out what happened. I was like, oh my God. I literally did 15 reps. So that one was interesting. I obviously felt pretty good, all things considered. It went better than I was expecting, especially given the fact that, yeah, my stomach doesn't feel good right now and didn't feel good like that entire workout. I was ripping a couple, let's just put it that way, in the middle of that workout. So, I'm fine, I guess, but I feel nauseous at the moment. So great workout, stomach-wise, not feeling too good. Just got to be better with how I am eating again. It's something I talked about this morning. It's something that I'm going to have to continue to play around with and figure out. I think I have a good plan. I just didn't have enough time to execute it this morning. Normally I make an egg sandwich for breakfast and then eat oatmeal for lunch. This morning I had oatmeal for breakfast and just a sandwich, peanut butter jelly sandwich for lunch, plus like a granola bar and some Powerade. And I don't know. I think the egg sandwich is crucial for whatever it is. The egg sandwich just always doesn't let me down. So yeah, I don't know, but that's what I'm going to do from here on out. Just got to make sure I have time to do it. So yeah, good workout, good double threshold.
I ended up not waking up this morning until around 5 o'clock. Tried to sleep in just a little extra to try to recover, and my legs felt rough. Like, my quad on my left leg is really sore, which I guess isn't that surprising? Like the workout yesterday went well, but it was very taxing to say the least. So I just decided to take the morning off. It was also the roads were covered in snow this morning, so it was probably for the best. It's actually snowing right now, funny enough. But yeah, probably all things considered, not the worst idea just to kind of take it easy. I'm gonna stretch and roll out, all that good stuff today. I'm also off of work today, which is super nice. I didn't even realize it's New Year's Eve tonight, so I do want to do a couple things in the room. My lights fell this morning, so I need to reorganize those, get those fixed up. So that's probably gonna be plan number one, and then we'll kind of see what else we get into today. I feel like I'm constantly reorganizing my room. Like it just is never the same. I think my sister is the funniest when she comes home to visit, and she's just like, "Huh, so this isn't the same as when I was here last." It always cracks me up a little bit, but one of the big things that I said earlier is I need to fix my lights, and I did. I'm a very big fan of how this looks now. I also took down a lot of my Legos from my top shelf and moved them up to the shelf up there now. And then once I finish my Vinland Saga collection, I think this will look really good with both my plants and then the bonsai tree in the middle. Plus, with the new optic light, it just gives so much light off that the ceiling lights were kind of like they were just dulled a little bit. You couldn't really see them as well. So I think they look much better there now, anyways. So I don't know. I feel like I just love trying to make my room simplified and efficient, if that makes sense. Which is why I switched my backpack hooks again. I've literally switched those things like two or three times this year, and I constantly just keep messing around playing with it, and some days work better in different, or like depending on what I'm using more in life, I guess you could say, backpack wise and hats and everything. So yeah, hopefully this will stick for a little bit, but we'll see. We'll see. Well, 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 if it isn't Jack Frost back at it again. The beard is, oh, sorry. Beard's a little frosted over this morning. It's very cold outside. I think right now the temperature is 15 degrees and the real feel is 8. It's a little windy, so that's kind of why it ended up being so cold. But wow, man, it's rough to run in such cold because it's like so hard to breathe, obviously, and then you're absolutely frozen, but I'm also sweating right now. It's like just one of the most confusing feelings during a run, honestly. Like you want to shed a layer, but you want to add a layer at the same time. So that was fun. What a morning. Oh, and Happy New Year. Today is January 1st. I woke up and I completely forgot. And even yesterday, like I said, I didn't even realize it was the 31st. So yeah, that's a good start to the year, I suppose. for as cold of a winter as we're looking to have this year, I'm very thankful that my dad fixed the heat in my car, because last year, I mean, the winter wasn't terrible. It was cold, granted, but it wasn't so cold where I was all that worried about driving. And a lot of times I just put jeans and a Carhartt on anyway, so it was like, okay, this is fine, this is manageable. This year it's supposed to be freezing, and it already has been very cold a lot anyways, so yeah, luckily we got heat in the car, and hopefully it'll get me through most days. Bright and early Friday morning. Well, it's actually dark out still, obviously, but up bright and early Friday morning for a little workout before actually heading out for the weekend. Today is Jimmy T's birthday. Drop a little happy birthday in the comments. Yeah, so dad is not a day over 30, if you ask me. Still kicking with the best of them. And we always go down to the hunting property, not ours, our friends, for his birthday. So we'll be heading down there in a couple hours, but that means I gotta get in a quick little workout on the treadmill. It's still freezing out, no surprise there. I think it's 15 degrees this morning, which no wind, so I could run outside, but it would just be very difficult to properly do a workout on the roads. So we're just gonna do this on the treadmill, obviously with how cold it is, so dude, where's a good spot to do this? Probably right here. But yeah, hopefully things go well. We're just doing a pretty easy mile repeat workout this morning, 6:15 pace for 7 to 8 reps, I wanna say, with a minute of rest. Nothing too crazy, especially with obviously the double threshold earlier this week. Like, it took a lot out of me. I was really sore. So this should just be a nice little, just keeping the legs in motion, keeping the legs moving. And hopefully that's really, the idea of a lot of these early workouts, is to slowly get my body back into shape for harder workouts. And yeah, obviously getting back to doing high mileage. So this should be pretty smooth, should be pretty simple. And then yeah, busy day ahead of packing and traveling. So we'll see how that goes. Alrighty, good news, bad news. Good news, that was a fantastic workout. Obviously, very light on the heart rate overall. I don't even think we went above like 165, 166. I could be mistaken, I haven't checked, but it just felt super easy, honestly. So that was fantastic. 8 reps was really smooth. Could have easily done 10 to 12 in all honesty, but obviously the goal was to take it easy. That's why it was so light. Bad news is it went a little bit longer than I was expecting. So it's now 8 o'clock. I have to leave in an hour. I have nothing packed. I got to eat, shower, all that stuff. So I'm in a little bit of a rush. So great workout. Now I need to lock in and get ready to leave. Hey, morning, big dog. Happy birthday. Don't look a day over 30.
No, that's what I keep thinking.
That's funny.
Not working out that way. Beep. 35. Then it'll feel like 45. You know what I'm saying? Then if you're out like looking at the woods.
Holy smokes, chat. It's a little chilly and very dark. I delayed starting my run until close to 6 o'clock actually. And you know, being out here in the middle of nowhere, there's like no light pollution, which just means that for at least like 4 or 5 miles there, it was just so dark. You can't really see anything. Like you can tell where the road is going. You can see some deer run out in front of you, and that's about it. Like even the cows on the side of the road were just blurs until I got really close, and then they started moving. I was like, holy crap, there's like 7 cows like 10 feet from me. So that's always a fun time to be out here, but nonetheless got in a nice easy run. Happy with that, and grateful to have knocked it out this morning, because I'll be honest, I got up and I did not want to run. The last thing I wanted to do was get out of bed. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful for that. Alrighty, we're on the move. We gotta go get breakfast pizza. I got little brother, little sister. We're all in the car together. We gotta get distilled water as well, so we're going into town really quick. It's funny that town is like a 10-minute drive through the middle of cornfields and woods, but hey, it's nice to be out here in the middle of nowhere and not have to deal with anything, so that's always a pleasure.
Back over here?
Brother.
You haven't drinking anything today besides that.
I just want to try this flavor.
I don't have my wallet.
Look how good this flavor. Look how good this. Oh,
Yeah, I have my wallet. You're fine.
I don't have my wallet.
dude, can I go get another one?
Yeah, you can get 2 of them.
All right, let's go, guys. Look at the flavor wall they got going. Who knew? Middle of nowhere, they'd have all these flavors.
There's gas. It's on sale too. Do you think Dad's got a number here?
No.
Stuffed hash browns.
Yeah, I can't get this one. That's got meat. But this one doesn't have meat. It's like on a fire too. Like it's only 8 of them, but I don't think I'll eat 8 this
You
morning.
think you'll eat the one box?
Yeah, this morning. Dude, can you relax? I got the key right here.
Can you not break the handle off?
Relax, sweetheart. I got you. It's like coming across anybody.
Yeah.
Like the whole point of Frodo's like journey out there was like they had to be so careful not to tip anybody off, and then they were still found and captured.
They had a plot that they had in their mind and they just stuck with it. They found any way to make sure it did what it was supposed to do. Get a peek.
40 grams of protein. I'm probably gonna go all right, chat. We have breakfast biscuit review. Just some egg and cheese. You know, a little ketchup. Pretty excited. Smell test, good. 1 bite. See how it goes. That's good. That's good. I rate that. I think I rate it like 7.8 out of 10. I'm a pretty big fan of that. That was good.
Was it easy to make?
Was it easy to make? Yeah, I'll let you figure that one out.
Pizza review?
Casey's Pizza. I mean,
Yeah.
it's Casey's breakfast pizza.
What does that mean?
It's one of the best breakfast pizzas, if not the best breakfast pizza.
It's definitely the best.
Probably.
Are there any other breakfast pizzas
But
out there?
you know what the rating has to be.
6'7".
Left.
Oh no, it was to the left.
Back squat. All right, hit it. Oh, okay, okay. Let me see.
It's so light, dude.
Ready? All right, now let's get a move on, kid. Jimmy T's on the loose. We're trying to clean up the trails and recharge all the camera batteries. And he said, "Oh, it's okay. You drive. I'll run up in front of you, get my steps in, clean out the wood." You okay?
Take that down right there. That's garbage.
Yeah.
Me and Jamie are currently getting ready to do our long run this morning, but only thing is, when I packed everything up to come down here, I forgot the tripod for the light, which we use to like set up in the car so that my dad can turn this on and off when I'm running and he's recording. That way you can see me in the dark. But I didn't bring the tripod, so we're looking for a clamp so we can just kind of clamp this. Oh, he's got one. We're looking to clamp this to the window, and then hopefully we'll be able to use that and make that work. But always an adventure, man. It's hard to remember every single thing I need for running when I'm thinking gels, nutrition, all that stuff, shoes, watch, heart rate monitor, pod, everything, clothes to wear, and then stuff for outside of the running. So of course I forgot something, and it just so happened to be tripod for this, but it is what it is. We're about 6 miles in, 6.5, and we had to stop for a second because chat, look at this. It is absolutely gorgeous out here. We're like off of a hill basically, but we have a incredible view. I mean, there's a little town down there. It's hard with the focus, but it is absolutely gorgeous out right now. Alrighty, took a little 10-minute break. Time to get back after it, head back home, get warm again. I'm freezing, so I gotta get a move on. this is such a, it's like a thick chunk of ice just stuck in my beard. Oh, it's crazy, man. Long runs in January.
Alright vlog, so we are currently out looking for my dad's glove because he lost one of them yesterday at some point when we were out here. We were cutting some wood down and we were changing the batteries to the cameras. So now we're out here looking for his glove because he lost one of them. But we are not coming up with anything. We're having a hard time finding it. It basically is the same color as all these leaves. So not super helpful, but yeah. We're gonna keep looking, maybe find some more paths. Y'all, we just saw, what, like 5 deer?
5 deer.
It was
2 studs and then I think either 2 or 3 doe.
It was crazy. So we're walking a little further in the path because now we're just interested if we could find any more. But we're getting to really pretty water lookout as well. Luke is all the way up there with the Polaris, so hopefully he comes to find us. Hey, here he comes. Bless you.
I was wondering where you guys went.
Let me show you guys what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Oh, can you even see it? It's right there. That is literally what we're looking for. Is the other one of this in all of this. So comment down below if you find it.
And just like that, Talbots are on their way out. Weekend comes to a close. It's a pretty short Sunday, but all things considered, very fun, so that's always nice. They were waving, I swear.